Okay guys, welcome back. Today you're joining me here in Manville, Texas. I'm in the Valencia community. This is located right around 20 minutes from downtown. So if you're not familiar with Houston, it's about 20 minutes from the medical center. You can get easy access. But this particular community, we're going to be showing you the Perry home. This is their 70-foot product, which is the 33W with the E91 elevation. So let's take a look at this beautiful product that Perry has right now. Okay, so the cool thing I like about showing you this beautiful product, Perry is one of the most consistent builders out there. I can tell you right now, for me, they're probably one of my top 5 favorite builders because I know what I'm gonna get with this particular product. Also, this is one of their bigger floor plans, the biggest floor plan in the community. One of the things you will know about this particular floor plan, this floor plan is actually designed in Florida, meaning that they were selling this floor plan in Florida, so you're not gonna see this any other place here in Houston. So if you wanna see more of a modern style look, real nice, clean look, you're gonna get that with this particular floor plan. Like I said, this is a 70-foot product. It's a 3300W and the E91 elevation. For me, I think you're gonna see it flows pretty well. It's really bright. It allows for you as a homeowner, you're gonna be able to do what you want with it because it's really open concept. But enough of me talking, let's get into the floor plan and you guys let me know what you think. Okay, so cool thing about this one, you got 2 double doors. With these double doors, they got more of a wood, traditional wood. I know some of the other homes had more of a brassy look, one single door, but this is double doors, which is massive. So I think that's a pretty cool touch with this particular layout on this home. So let's walk in, let's take a look at this study. Now, like I said, you're gonna see a real clean look. I mean, it's gonna be really light and white, more of a Miami feel. Like if you've been to Miami, you see a lot of homes that are more traditionally like white stucco look. They still got the Perry concept of more of the brick stone that you traditionally see with Perry, but they added a little bit different twist to it and brought Florida to Texas. So with this, you can see they have the built-out cabinetry, which I think is a great touch. Obviously, this is an upgrade. Traditionally, you just have a wall, so I like that part. One of those things that you can just store your stuff in, move right on in. You have a normal desk, double doors, which plenty of space. As you see, plenty of natural light. So if you're a person that has to work from home, I know you can get tired just being in your home, so you need that vibrant energy. You get that from here, and ceilings are huge. Now, as we work our way down, you can see, before I even go to the first bedroom, you can see how they actually have the dual fixtures, which I thought was pretty cool. They just tell you how big the space is. So nice gold trimming, dual fixtures that they, put in the hallway. And hallway's pretty wide, it's pretty massive. We're gonna work our way to bedroom 1. We have a traditional closet, you can store coats and things like that. Now, this is the first bedroom. Nice size standard bedroom. Once again, you're at the front of the home, so you see the brightness, you see the natural light comes in. As well as you see the theme throughout the house. There's going to be a lot of gold, warm, light tone colors, gold browns throughout the home. You have your normal closet right here. It's a walk-in closet, not the biggest, but walk-in closet. And then as you work your way through, you'll see this is a Jack and Jill setup. So it's another room on the other side. You have your typical standard, sink, and you have some cabinetry for this room, but then you'll work your way, you'll see your normal tub as well as your toilet on the other side. So we'll see that as we walk through the property. Now we're going to work our way to the ensuite. And the ensuite, obviously, if you have a kid that's a little bit older, wants his own privacy, or you have family members that coming in, you can use that ensuite, get them in a bigger room. Also, as we walk our way through, on the left-hand side, you traditionally have your garage, which could be a three-car garage, but this is more of the office space. So we're not going to show too much of that. And then you have your mud room. But if you need a 3-car or you need a little bit less garage space, you want a 2, and you want to add some flexibility to the space, you can do that. As you work your way through, we see our mud room right here. So kids come out from playing sports or anything, they can hang up their coat, put their shoes in there. Remember, this is right off the garage. As you work our way through, then you have your traditional full shower within this bathroom. Again, tile goes all the way up. So when you get to this price point, you'll notice most homes, they're gonna deck it out, but it is considered an upgrade in most of these builders. So if you want your tile to go all the way up, you're definitely gonna be paying for that. But it's a traditional shower that you would see. Now, you work your way through. This is just going to be your standard size room, a little bit bigger than the other room because it's like an ensuite. You have your closet, which this is a bigger closet than the other two rooms that, well, the first room, and then when I show you the next room. So you can actually walk in, got some space. So like I said, if you have someone like a parent or an older child, this would be pretty cool for you. Once again, gold trimming, gold fixtures throughout. So also, you have your attic access, which is in the room, which I'll be honest, some homes you see it more in the garage. Here, you know, it's in the room. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but for me in Texas, it's hot, you moving stuff up and down. I want to be in some AC, man. So I don't have a problem with that. Maybe, you know, you might think different, but I think that's a good change of pace. Now, as we work our way through, you see how massive this hallway is, right? So plenty of space. That's one thing I see a lot of homes when they're doing one story. It's real kind of narrow. With this, you got plenty of space. So if you're a person that like to decorate and design, you have a good amount of space to do that. Now, one of the things you're going to see, we're going to go into the laundry room. The laundry room, it's not bad space. I think it's pretty cool. We got a sink. So if you got, you know, soak some clothes and you got kids that stain up clothes and you got to really work on getting those stains out, this is the perfect place for you. As well as you can see, they have the open shelves. They put some cabinetry in here to store some of your laundry detergent. All those things are going to probably be an upgrade. Now, if it's something that you really like, you can get that. Or if you just don't need that space, that's up to you. But nice tile flooring, I think is pretty cool. Once again, you see the light colors that they put in to just intertwine with the rest of the home. So we're going to work our way through another closet. This is your standardized bedroom. So with this standard size bedroom, just like the other one, you get your walk-in closet. Not as big of a walk-in closet as the ensuite that we saw, but you get that. And then this takes you to the Jack and Jill that I was talking about. So you still have your normal sink right here in this area, and then you work your way to the shower as well as your toilet area. So one of the big things that I think really makes this house attractive is the combination between the kitchen and the living room. I think it's a great space for entertainment. So as we work our way through, we're going to start with our living room. As you can see, they did a pretty good job of changing the pace of the room, breaking it up, as I would say. So you have your normal mantle with your fireplace, gas fireplace. No worry about having real logs or anything. It's already set up for you. Just turn it on via remote and you're good to go. But then they actually put this wood paneling all the way up from top to bottom, which is definitely an upgrade. So if you want that, this is going to be some real custom work to get that. But it's pretty nice. I think it breaks up the room versus just having just a sheer white wall. And then you have a little nook area that you can use for decorative things like that. And they ran the wiring from the top so you can have for seating the view of the TV, which I think is pretty cool. Now, one thing I'll say, I'm not a designer, so just work with me on this, but they changed it up. They put just a bench seat, which I thought was different. You got two nice little chairs, and then you have a couch. So it makes the room actually look bigger because you have really small pieces of furniture versus a big sectional, which with the big sectional, it could bump it out a little bit more. But I thought that was different. I thought the design was good to try to maximize the actual space. I don't know what you guys think. Y'all might think different. You might used to having a big sectional. It's kind of unique. I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously got the big wall where you can actually put any type of, design that you want. If you're looking at maybe getting some art or you want your family photos and pictures like that, I think that'd be cool. But it's a huge space. Maybe you can put an armoire here, something to just kind of break it up. But I know with this design, they actually have a different layout where you can actually run this like a butler's pantry. So butler's kitchen, sorry. And then what you'll do is remove this pantry. The pantry, one thing I will say, is not my favorite thing. It's pretty small, okay? So I know what you're thinking. You're like, Kevin, I have a lot of items that I need. I'm a cook, I got kids. I need to have storage. They got that figured out, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. So before I show you what I mean by that, you have your dining room. Now this is a floating space. This space right here, you can do whatever you want. You do not have a traditional dining table. And be honest with you, it's kind of up to you how you would do it, but they broke up the room in a way where you have your living room, your dining room, and your kitchen, which for me, most people I know, they like the traditional dining room space, but this home doesn't give you that. So it's one of those things that's kind of up to you, but I think it looked nice. I think they did a pretty good job of breaking it up, put the carpet in there to really just isolate this area to show you this is your dining. Now, going back to what I was saying around the storage. Look, you can't tell me you don't have enough space to store your kitchen, dishes, cups, whatever. Matter of fact, your whole family probably can store. You got grandma, mom, dad, everybody can store plenty of their nice china in here if they wanted to. Also, you see a lot of hidden space. You see a lot of spaces that I'll say most people don't use, and this is hidden, but this is usable storage. So imagine you have all this all the way down, and you still have the ability to sit here and enjoy maybe a dinner, or if you know, kids getting ready for school, they eat breakfast here on the counter. This is waterfall with quartz. This is like, I think, the level 4, level 5 quartz that they put on this counter, and they even put it on a backsplash, right? So they decked it out for Perry upgrades and how they actually operate. You see the cabinets go all the way up, all the way around. So you shouldn't, once again, have a problem with storage. Also, you have double oven. Now, if you have like a turkey, I don't know if this turkey is gonna fit in that part of the oven, so that might be a challenge. But you do have double oven in the microwave as well, in which these are all, you know, standard GE type products. As you work your way, you will see a 6 burner, which you do have a pot. One burner is designed for, you know, you got a big pots and stuff like that. So you do have that. And I think you also can add a pot filler as well if you choose to do that. That'll be an upgrade. Now, one of the things we're gonna do, we're gonna work our way across. We're gonna work our way into more of a game room, media room. Now, in here, as you can see, they did like a little shuffleboard with air hockey, and then they kind of broke it up where if you decide like you like to play chess or card games, you can do that, and then you have the TV. You also have the option of making this more of a just traditional media room, but this is a pretty good space, and it depends on how you want to lay it out. Like me, personally, I like this if I'm just saying, hey, you know what, I kind of want a little bit of both. So maybe I'll make this where this is more of my traditional watching games, somewhat a media room, and then over here, I'm playing, whether I'm playing the air hockey or shooting pool, depends on you. But it's a nice size space, how they did it. Once again, you see the theme, you see a lot of browns, a lot of golds. It's really light to kind of give you that feel like we're out in Miami or we're somewhere in Florida. Now, as we work our way through the house, one of the things we're gonna see in the primary, you're gonna see a pretty nice size primary bath, which I know that's one of the selling points for a lot of people. And I think they did a pretty good job doing that. Also, one thing before we get into the primary is the beams. So you see the exposed wood beams. I can tell you, these are some huge beams. It's like they just went out to California and chopped down some redwood and put it up there, which I think is cool. I believe that is not standard, that's an upgrade. Some of the inventory homes do have that, those beams actually in currently, which I'll share with you a little bit more about some of the inventory they have right now. Now, working our way into the primary, you'll see one of the things that I like is a vaulted ceiling. So it's a small vaulted ceiling compared to what you see in the living room, but it's nice. It kind of breaks up the room flow that you see in all other traditional rooms. All the traditional rooms were more flat. This is going to be more vaulted. Obviously, they put surround sound throughout the house as well. And each room, what I noticed, especially when you get to the back of the house, you're getting some huge windows. So with these huge windows, you get natural light, which I think it makes it easier, especially throughout the day. You don't have to worry about turning on all your lights. You can actually keep your bill down when it comes to using your electricity. Now, when you see the bathroom, I mean, this is a nice doorway. And I noticed throughout the home, the doorways are really massive compared to some of the other homes. It's kind of tight. So as you walk your way as you walk through, you see how it opens up where you have a nice soaking tub, which is pretty nice size. Now, I don't know if it's bigger as the one that I showed before with Coventry, but it's a nice size tub. You got his and her sinks as well. On this side, it'll be designated to probably hers because the vanity is right there. And then you also have the closet offset from each sink. And then, of course, you have the actual toilet. Now, one thing with this shower is double doors, and I'll tell you, these are some pretty heavy doors. So you got double doors, and then I'm gonna walk in, and you see you have the rainforest shower. So you got dual shower heads, one above coming down, and then one straight on. You don't have any like bench to sit down or anything like that. And be honest, some people, that's not something they're gonna do. They just wanna get in and out. But I definitely like the way they did this tile. I felt like this was a really good design. I feel like it just flows really well throughout this bathroom. And that's what you see throughout the house. The nice warm tone, brown, gray, white type combination. All right. Now, once again, this is his and hers closets. So you have some shelving, and then of course you have some space, some racks to hang up. So what I want to do now is work our way outside, take a look at this beautiful back patio, and talk a little bit more about what you can expect from Perry here in Valencia. Okay guys, so just like most of the homes at this price point, you're gonna have traditional sliding doors. Now you don't have to have the full sliding doors. You can maybe have just a regular standard outside access door, and you have just some windows to take the place of these sliding doors. But we're gonna kind of walk out, show you what they have. This is a huge patio, and as you can see, as I'm kind of just standing here, you can see how big this patio is. So there's plenty of room for if you want an outdoor kitchen. And as you can see, they're working right now, so apologize for the noise. But they're working, getting ready for a nice showing for a lot of the realtors in this area. But they have also a gas line available, so if you want to do your outdoor kitchen set up behind this actual stone, they actually have the gas line available, so you can actually see that, and that allows you to just set up your outdoor kitchen if you choose to have a grill, as well as maybe even a faucet, a sink to be able to, you know, clean and prep your meat and things like that. Now, also one of the things you'll see, and we're in Texas, so they already have the hooks that you would need for like windstorms. So they provide shutters, like metal shutters that just hang on the house, just in case, you know, we have a hurricane or something like that comes in. But they have that already placed on the home. And then as you work your way across, you can see you have a nice little dining area, outside dining area, if you choose to do that. But you can see it's plenty of space. Plenty of space that you leverage if you choose to really entertain and, you know, have a lot of family members and people come over. Also, with this home, it's a model home, so what they did, they decided to put turf. So they got a nice little putting green they're setting up, which I think is cool. So if you're a golfer, hey man, with a 70-foot lot, you can put a putting green or a nice sized pool, which I think a lot of people will take advantage of, especially in Texas, because we're about to get to that point of the season where it's supposed to get really hot. So with that being said, I want to make sure I give you some quick information with Perry. They have 6 inventory homes for the 70-foot lot, but they sell from 70 to 60 as well as 50-foot lots. So they cover all types of price points. So if you have a question about Perry Homes, Valencia, Manville, Texas, or any Houston-related question, I want to be able to help you. Please let us know. And also, just give us a follow. Please like and comment, like and subscribe, and leave comments. It helps us with giving you guys a good idea of what you're looking for. Give us a good idea of what you're looking for, and we'll love to assist you. Other than that, man, I look forward to seeing you later. Have a blessed day.